excited.
Tell me a little bit about you. So what's your name and also why you come to Thrive?
So my name's Shay. I'm 22 years old, and I first came to Thrive because I wanted to find like specialist support in finding my next role.
Okay, nice. Well, welcome. We're really glad to have you here. And how did you first hear about Thrive?
So I first heard about Thrive through a job centre I used to attend. It was my first ever meeting in there, and he said to me, "Oh, so Shay, I'm going to send you to Thrive in town, and I'm never going to see you again." So I was like, "Oh, what are you talking about?"
Thanks very
And he was
much.
like, "It's a youth hub in town. They are, as he described it, absolutely cracker." He
Okay.
was like, "I defer so many people here, and no one ever comes back here because it's so good."
Nice. Well, that's really good to hear. And we
Mhm.
are so happy that you did come to us because we've got lots to talk about today about your
Mhm.
journey at Thrive. So when you first came into Thrive, what was you first hoping to achieve?
Um, I suppose what I was first hoping to achieve, I wasn't too clear on where I wanted to go.
Hmm.
So I know the first time I spoke to Franz, I was like, "Oh, I could do this, 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 this," and then he was like, "Yeah, but what do you really want to do? Because this
Okay.
is your chance now to do something you
Yes.
really want, rather than just do something you've done before because you know how to do it and you find it easy."
Yeah.
So that's when I said to him, "Oh, I want to get into the civil service."
Amazing. So, in terms of your future, obviously, when you came to Thrive, you were looking for work. How
Hmm.
did you feel about your future? Like, what was your kind of feelings around that?
I was quite unsure because, like I said, I didn't know what I wanted to go into until I'd
Hmm.
first spoken to Franz, and he was able to open up so many opportunities, like my movement to work, and then that gave me the opportunity then to be put on the unique and special project civil service masterclass.
Nice. So, movement to work. Tell me a little bit about that. What was it, and how did you feel about it when Franz spoke to you about that?
So movement to work is a 2 week work placement within the DWP within the job centre.
Yeah.
At first I was like, oh, I don't know if this is going to be for me, being on the other side of the table.
Hmm.
But as soon as I done it, I completely fell in love with it. I thought
Nice.
it was so fun. It was so enjoyable. Um, I got to really harken on different skills
Yeah.
because you're put in like little groups to do a project, and I was lucky enough that I was able to lead it, so I was able to hone in on like my leadership and how I
Yeah.
like to do things. So then that's what got me then on the unique and special projects masterclass, was being able
Amazing.
to have that little insight as well.
And that's it. I think with movement to work, it's a great opportunity for you to get insight into an industry to really see whether it is a good fit for you. Because I
Oh,
think
100%.
a lot of people at the minute are going into jobs and into work and finding out within the first few weeks that actually it's not a right fit.
Yeah.
So it's a really great way to get into it. And it's super, super insightful to work with people that potentially are already in the industry to get a
Mm.
little bit more understanding as well about actually if I was to take this up as a career, would it be something that I A would enjoy and B be good at before I
Mm.
kind of sign that contract and go into something.
Yeah.
So it's really good to hear that you had, a positive experience with movement to work. And in terms of that career goal, so was it something that after movement to work you thought this is something actually now that I want to go into? And if so, why was that?
Yeah, so it was during movement to work. The guy who was leading it, he was called Jack. He says, "This swaps just came up.
Yeah,
I'm going to put you on it. I think you'd be fab at it." So then that really helped me as well to get onto the swap, having a referral from him, moving to work, and Franz as well. Because
yeah.
on the masterclass, I spoke to, because we had like a networking lunch and loads of different people across the DWP came. And as soon as I mentioned Franz's name, everyone was like, "Oh, you're with Franz, you're fine."
Oh, amazing.
Little nickname of famous Franz.
Famous Franz. We'll
Hmm.
coin them that then on this interview. um, and in terms of that, then obviously you done movement to work, and then that opportunity opened up.
Yeah.
So, how are you feeling now about the opportunity going forward? So, tell me a little bit about your new role that you're going into.
So once doing the swap, I was lucky enough to be able to benchmark and get my first choice. So I'm going to be a work coach in Birkenhead Job Centre,
Oh,
just over the water. Thank you very
congratulations.
much.
Brilliant. And do you think from going through the pathway of being in Thrive from start to finish and now transitioning into a role, how do you feel that'll be reflective now that you're on the other side of the desk when you're talking to people like yourself that were in the
Mm.
same position looking for work?
it's so much easier to understand where they're coming from
Yeah,
because there's so many, I think, misconceptions about the job centre. Like even if I think from before I first attended, how I thought of it
yeah.
is completely different, and I think then it helps having more people that's been through it to be on the other side of the desk to understand what
Absolutely.
it's
It's
like.
authentic, isn't it?
Yeah.
You feel connected to it. And I think in terms of like positive changes for people that are feeling, sometimes in a low place or sometimes in quite an unsure environment,
Mm,
I think it really does drive home that message that actually, look, I've done it and you can do it too. And I
mm-hmm,
know exactly how that feels, but I'm going to help you take the steps to get there as
mm-hmm.
well. So I think that's super, super important. If you were to finish this sentence, how would you finish it? So, because of Thrive, I.
Because of Thrive, I was able to get a perspective on what I wanted to do. I was able to, be able to move into a role that I didn't really know much about
Mm-hmm.
before, I'd first attended here because I hadn't been anywhere else. And I don't think I would have been able to get this far without Thrive, to be able to be
Amazing.
pushed in the right direction by every member of the team because everyone wants you to succeed so badly.
Yeah.
It makes me want to succeed as well.
Amazing. And you know what? That's really reassuring to hear that you feel like that as well, because that is the ultimate goal. We want to help people get
Yeah.
into roles. We want to help people build their confidence. We want to empower. We want to motivate. And it's all for that person for it to be tailored. So, what's next for Shay after Thrive then?
So hopefully then once I start work as a work coach, I'll be able to send hopefully more people your way. That's the main
Yes.
thing. Tell them, exactly what I was told. Most people won't come back, you'll go and it will be life changing.
Amazing. Well, thanks, Shay. Well, you're here to hear first, guys. Get to Thrive, get some support, go into that job and feel just as good as Shay does now. So thanks
Mm-hmm.
for joining me today on
Thank
Thrive
you very
Tiny Mike.
much.
Thanks, Shay.